Can I get a woo woo? Welcome to the Woo Woo and You podcast. I am your host, B. Marie. And if you love all things manifestation, sound healing, auras, tarot, astrology, numerology, or anything else considered woo, then you are in the right spot. So sit back, relax, and let's dive in. Hello everybody and happy 2026. I know we have not done a podcast episode in like forever, but we really got busy towards the end of the year just coming up with new products, and I was also working on a really big project that I wanted to get launched for the first of the year, and that happened. And it's around subconscious reprogramming, sound healing, and really just loving your body. If you want to look into that, you can go on our social media and see all about it. It's called Sound Body, but I am not here to talk about that today. Today, what I would love to talk about is 2026. Closing 2025 and going into 2026. Because 2025 was the year of the snake, and it was also a universal year 9. And the year of the snake was for transformation and rebirth and change and, shedding the old for the new and all about growth. And a year number 9 was about completion and closure, forgiveness and compassion, the end of cycles, right? Tying up any loose ends that needed to be tied up, and of course, releasing old patterns. In 2025, you may have experienced, letting go of old identities or repeating your old cycles, your old patterns. You may have noticed that some relationships may have faded, that no longer aligned with you and who you are becoming. You may have experienced letting go of limiting beliefs or old wounds or old triggers, right? And for me personally, 2025 was a lot of shadow work, and going throughout the year, I was releasing old wounds, old triggers. By the end of 2025, I did get triggered, and I was just like, whoa, wait a minute, let's take a step back and see why I'm so triggered. So I did a lot of shadow work and cord cutting and a bunch of energetic releasing. And I also noticed that I was getting tired of my old cycles, my old patterns. That's one of the reasons that I had made or started making the project that is Sound Body. I just realized that every year I had the same goals, and I was basically going in circles. So I got tired of my old stuff. For the year of the snake, that's exactly what it was for. It was for releasing all of the crap that is holding you back, basically. So stepping into 2026, we are coming into the year of the fire horse, which apparently is a rare type of horse because the fire is bringing you even more energy with the horse. And that actually doesn't happen until February 17th. So technically we are still in the year of the snake. So we have a couple of weeks left of the snake until we actually transition into the year of the horse. And the horse is all about freedom, movement, confidence and vitality, moving forward with your life. And this is the time when your actions are going to be based off of passion, right? Not something that you quote unquote have to do. It's going to be passion-led action. There might be some bold change and potential breakthroughs. So this is the year for that. 2026 is also a universal year number 1. So unlike the universal year number 9, where we were tying up the loose ends and completing our cycles and coming to a close of things. A year number 1 is all about new beginnings, a fresh start, new timelines, leadership, your independence, intuition, and new creations coming to life, and choosing new directions. So with the year of the snake and the 9, you know, it was not like a slamming of a door, right? It may have just been that you outgrew things that no longer fit you or no longer align with you. So certain goals may no longer have motivated you. Like I said, old identities may have, you know, just not aligned with you anymore. Maybe it felt too small. Maybe you outgrew that. And like I said, relationships, they naturally shifted or faded away if they were not in alignment with who you were becoming. The patterns, you've stopped repeating those patterns. And in 2025, maybe you felt less willing to like abandon yourself, right? Like, we're not doing that anymore. We're not people pleasing. We are stepping into our most authentic self. So that is what it means for, you know, not the door to be slammed shut, but just gently closed. As we move into 2026, we are going to be processing all the inner stuff that we've done in 2025, and it's going to become an outward motion. So this is where your activation is going to begin. And that doesn't necessarily mean starting over, although it can. It just means that you're about to move forward with clarity. You're going to be really clear about what direction you're heading, right? So for example, like if you set boundaries back in 2025, this is where it's going to become confident, self-confidence in 2026. And you're going to stick to those boundaries. And if you did any emotional healing or a bunch of shadow work like I did, from that healing, you will feel free and you're going to be able to move forward with momentum. So letting go of, you know, the old identities, as I said, you're really going to embody your true authentic self. That is going to come out unapologetically. And that's what we want, right? And if you were doing a lot of forgiveness in 2025, you're just going to feel a lot lighter and you're going to be moving forward from it. So all of that was preparation. You know, even if at times it was very emotional or felt very heavy, or like maybe you even took a week and just needed a whole week off to just process. It was all preparation. Nothing was wasted in 2025. So the horse is really going to help you run towards what is next. And I know we live in a world that kind of encourages us to move really quickly from, you know, one thing to the next without actually pausing, right? We're always on the go, go, go. And we never actually sit to reflect and integrate what we have experienced, right? And reflection is not something that's passive. It's actually very powerful, because when you take that time to reflect on what you've experienced and what you've gone through, you can see the lessons that you were supposed to learn. You can release any emotional heaviness that maybe you still have. You can close any loops, you know, anything that needs tying up, those loose ends, you can tie them up, and you can create clarity for what you want to come next in your life. And that is how you step into a new year that is grounded. Instead of feeling rushed, you're going to be clear and aligned, right? You're not going to be reactive anymore. So for that reason, I have created a free reflection journal. And guys, it is not too late to be setting your intentions, okay? I know we're in the last like 2 weeks of, or actually a week now, of January. But like I said, the horse year does not start until mid-February. We are also still in winter, and winter is the time to pause, reflect, slow down, and set your intentions for the new year. So there is a free journal on our Woo Woo website. I will link it in the description below. There is no email needed. You can literally just click it and download it. This journal is going to help and guide you with releasing what no longer belongs in your next chapter. This is also going to help you see the lessons from the past year. And this will also help you to clarify what you're ready to call in for the horse year. So you can set your intentions from self-trust and freedom. So this is not about forcing any type of New Year's resolution, right? This is really about honoring what you have been through the past year so you can start new, start fresh, and start aligned with the new year. And I really recommend just setting some quiet time for yourself. If you do decide to download the free journal, just set some time, some quiet time to yourself, light a candle maybe, listen to some nice music if you want, and just take a few deep breaths. You know, you don't have to have everything figured out, even by, February 17th when the horse year actually begins. You don't have to have everything figured out. Just be honest with yourself, honor the endings, and trust the new beginnings, okay? That's what it's all about. And if you want to dive deeper with setting your intentions for the new year, we actually have crafted a limited edition winter solstice box as a ritual companion for the winter season. And like I said, winter is for rest, reflection, getting clear about what you want for the new year. This is when you start planting your seeds. You don't have to necessarily take action right now because that is kind of springtime. But your intentions are really formed now, during this time. And in each winter solstice box, you get handmade candles with set intentions. So this really anchors your desires so they become into your reality, right? You're going to get hand-picked crystals that will support you during this time. And these are going to be intuitively picked. You also get a Palo Santo winter bundle, to help cleanse your space. And then you get 3 winter sound baths, and these were created to just guide you through the season. You'll have Snow Globe Stillness, which is calm and nervous system regulating. You'll have the Winter Solstice Sound Bath, which is honoring the darkness, rest, and return of the light. And then you'll get Frost and Fire, which is about balancing cold stillness with inner warmth and the life force. So you can use these sound baths during, weekly self-care rituals, or when you have low energy days, or you feel heavy during this season, or whenever you want to reconnect with the winter season. Of course, I'm going to link everything below in the show notes for you. So this is for anyone who really wants to close out your year with intention and really step into next year feeling clear and ready to take on 2026. So if you feel called, the Winter Solstice box, like I said, it is limited edition, so we only have, I think there's about 20 of these made. They are available, but it is designed to support you right here, right now, in this season. So with that being said, I'm going to wish everyone a very happy new year and much love and blessings and abundance for the year 2026. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you would like the links to anything that was discussed, please see the show notes. Or of course, you can visit our website at www.thewoowoonyou.com. Or you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at thewoowoonyou for more woo.